So, TJ, team name, please.
No, okay. Bro, you gotta introduce the league, bro. Okay,
Okay,
shut
all
Go
right,
ahead.
all right. No,
I'll
no,
do it.
okay. Okay, okay. Let's start over. All right. TJ, welcome to your post game press conference. What's your team name?
I'm gonna meet the Stevensons.
All right. So you just came off of a loss to your league rival. You only scored around 85 points. How are you feeling going into week two right now?
Well, week two is a new week. There's nothing to really worry about. I lost to a Mickey Mouse ass motherfucker and Cold Monkey. I mean, come on, man. It's
Can we
week
not
one.
curse, please?
Bro,
Yeah,
and then
let's
and
not
then and then
curse.
I got soft ass competition in this league. I mean, like, listen, bro. Whenever I get to play Disney Pixar baddies, I can write in W in the schedule. I'm not worried. This league is sorry as hell, and my division rival. Come on, man. He ain't nothing but some piece of shit. I got him any week. I ain't worried. 85. That's a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yo,
I
Is LeBron in the Zoom, dude?
and then I got a strong bench. You know, the phones have been ringing a little. I'm not worried. I don't think we're going to see a move yet, but you never know. We'll meet the Stevensons, and not much to worry about. Just looking forward to week two.
Okay. You got a you have a combined 15 points from your QB Lamar Jackson and your running back Saquon Barkley. Do you feel any panic towards their performance in week one?
Hell no. I'm not gonna lie. I feel hella good. I mean, listen, I'm sorry that my players on the Giants and they suck dick. I mean, Rishi knows 0 to 40. I mean, are we serious? Are we serious? But that can't happen again. Lamar is week one. I get it. Playing a little D'Amico Ryan's football. That shit happens. Just getting used to the system. He's gonna be QB1 when the year's over. I'm not worried. Saquon Barkley looks good. They're gonna give him the ball. They just need a half of a lead. And who are they playing next week? The Cardinals. So Ravont, I'll see your ass back in number 7 at the power ranking. I mean, we're just giving anybody number 1 these days. Are we serious?
Excuse me?
Okay, I'll open the floor to anyone that wants to ask a question. So,
Rishi's so calm. This shit is so funny, dude. Oh my god. Excuse me,
uh,
audience members, please be quiet during the press conference. Sorry.
Facts, man.
I'll open the floor to anyone that wants to ask a question.
So you call the league sorry,
Yeah.
but you made the playoffs. How many times you made the playoffs in 7 years?
Once.
Okay, just putting that out there.
Hey, I got one question for you, media member. How many times have you won the chip?
I'm a media member, dude.
Hey,
Relax.
listen, zero. How many times have I? Zero. And that's just something that's going to fuel me every day. All right. I'm hungry. I'm hungrier than ever.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Um,
Okay.
hey TJ,
Yep.
Pete the Stevensons, I would like to ask a question here. So, fellow UNC running back Javonte Williams obviously came off a bad injury last year. He had a decent start this past week. How do you think his outlook is going forward in the Broncos offense?
I mean, typically guys off ACL, you got some worry, but Javonte Williams is different, so there's not much of a worry for me in terms of the long-term outlook. I'm going to see when we ease him into the starting lineup, don't want to rush that process, but really not worried. Ramondre against a tough defense where the game script was against him, still managed 15 points. Barkley got 9 in anti-game script. Team underperformed in some areas. Obviously, love to see more from Goddard, love to see more from DJ Moore, former Carolina Panther, but there's not much to worry because, at the end of the day, you want to have a strong running back core. And if I have Barkley, Stevenson, Javante, and Algier, there's not much to worry about with the sleeper and Roshan. So I know you guys are going to be calling me for trades later. I'll probably just fleece you, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna state my affiliation. Cop Bib Team Draco. TJ, meet the Stevensons. What do you have to say to all the people who are rooting for you to fail?
Well, I'm actually glad you asked that. Every year I think the numbers grow. People just seem to hate me. Um, And it's like I said earlier, it just adds fuel to the fire. I'm hungry. I'm hungry to win a chip. It's definitely a feeling that I'm looking forward to. I've done it in the past, not in this league, and that's why I came here. So everybody that hates me, it's just gonna make it that much sweeter when I win. I mean, it's not like they're winning. I mean, we got some sorry ass dudes, and I mean, look at this press conference. I mean, look at these groups. I mean, you guys are terrible. There ain't nothing to worry about. But thank you for your question.
I got one more question for you. So, you lost to your league rival, Ankit Kodali this
Yeah,
past week, and you play again week 14.
yeah.
What is your why is this rivalry? What does this rivalry mean to you? And like, what is the hatred among you two, seem to be?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Somehow, he's had my number these last couple years. Things happen. I mean, as a Giants fan, the Cowboys kick the shit out of you every year. We don't even want to call it a rivalry. But for me, it is. And it's because, when you see somebody below you keep winning, it really pisses you off. Like I know for Unkit, it's probably crazy to just keep beating his role model. I know that really inspires him. But for me, it's like I feel like I'm getting a first round exit every time I lose to him. So, I'm going to be mad, but like I said, going in, week 1 is just a test. We're seeing where we are as a team, as an organization, and we're going to move forward. Come week 14, you're going to know who the better manager is, and you're going to see that on the field. So when I wipe him, don't be shocked.
And also, you had three players over 15 points on your bench. Will any of those three be starting next week?
That's an interesting question. It's one I'm definitely debating. I think as we get closer to game time, we'll see. I don't want to reveal anything to my opponent, but it's going to be fun to see. And who knows? Maybe none of them are on my team come Sunday. But forget any given Sunday. With me, it's any given week, and that's how I like to keep it.
And lastly, for me, DJ Moore scored 4.5 points, two receptions, 25 yards, on two targets, and he is I think your fifth round pick. So how are you feeling towards him? Like, will he be in your lineup week in, week out, moving forward?
Obviously disappointed with that, but DJ's a great guy, great for the locker room. And more than that, this is a consistent 1,000-yard receiver, never had a real quarterback and was always able to produce. Obviously, has a bit of a question with Justin in there, but it's not something you can be too worried about. You can't panic about the guys that you like. And DJ's a guy that I know is just going to bounce back. I don't believe in this Jair talk. Like, come on, man. I mean, whatever. Sure, he gets a game. But, it's going to take time to grow into the system, Obviously, we want to win every game we can. But if we start 0-2, that's fine. We expect to make the playoffs, and we will make the playoffs. And that's the only thing that matters to us as an organization. And we expect nothing less. So, DJ, yeah, I expect to see him in there every week, and I expect to see him killing it. And hopefully you'll start to see that this week against Tampa.
Hey TJ, speaking of starting 0-2, you play Team Olave Garden next week, who had a really strong week 1. What are you looking forward to in that matchup? Any strengths, any weaknesses, any worries?
I'm not really worried. I mean, the owner of the team is sorry. I mean, he thought it was automatic he would lose week 1. I mean, we don't love to have that mindset at all. So if he has seeds of doubt like that, I don't even know if he has real confidence in his team, and I know it's really bugging his players. I'm not too worried, like Breece Hall had, great performance from him. David Montgomery, great performance. Ayuk with a sensational performance, but new week, new team. And if you're going to love your team after week 1 and they fail week 2, what are you doing? You got to keep it with an open mindset. You thought your team was sucked before the season started. So how can you just change it quickly? And I thought my team was great. I'm not going to change that either. So in terms of strengths, weaknesses, I don't deal with all that. I care about winning. And that's all I expect to see come Monday night.
Okay, any more questions? I think that's all we have time for you,
Thank you guys for
TJ.
your time. See you later when I'm on the podium.
Thank you, TJ. All right, Ankit, can we get you pinned, and we'll go straight into it.
Let's see. Let me remove his spotlight. Thank God.
All right. Good evening, Ankit.
Good evening,
What's your team
Commissioner.
name?
I'm Team Code Monkey.
Team Code Monkey. Okay. You're coming off a huge win from your league rival. Last year you finished last place. How are you feeling? Are you feeling optimistic? Are you having any worries from last year? Like, what is your overall feeling right now after this win?
I mean, so I'm feeling great. I mean, it was a real, I really let the Python code that I have, it really dictated my strategy from the beginning onwards. So I went very running back heavy. And week one, I mean, we got to take it a week at a time. It paid off. The receivers were bad out there. And honestly, even a lot of the running backs were bad out there too. There are very few good running backs. Luckily, I got them on my team. So, I was good. I was happy with that. I had a receiver score 1.9 points and I was still good. So yeah, I'm happy with that so far.
Your team put up the third most points in the league this week. Uh, are you feeling that you could be a real contender after this performance?
I mean, I have to, right? Like, I think Mahomes, he had an average game by his standards. He could have easily done way better. And my running backs, they had great days. I expect my wide receiver core to also do better. I'm looking to make some changes at tight end. Uh, the guys at Hunter Henry, or not Hunter Henry, Harold Everett. Hey, I'm not going for Hunter Henry. I don't touch Patriots players other than Juju Smith-Schuster, but just making a few changes at the tight end position. Maybe swapping out a few receivers. But I mean, I'm really good. I like where I'm going. I got the kicker from one of the most high powered offenses there is too. I love having Dicker the kicker, so it should be good. I'm feeling good going to you.
All right. Open to the floor now.
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner. So I got a question for Cole Monkey here. So if you'll bear with me, I just kind of want to run down with your team. Patrick Mahomes, obviously great guy, but that offense looks like they're missing some weapons. So do you have any cause for concern there? And this is a multi-part question, if you don't mind me asking.
I mean, I say no because Patrick Mahomes he's a great player.
Okay, that's fine. Austin Eckler, Aaron Jones, obviously great production, 53.1 points from those two running back positions. Both of them leaving the game with injuries though, and handcuff work. Does that not scare you at least a little?
So Aaron Jones already reported, he said he would have been more than fine to be able to get back in the game. But, because we were playing the Bears, who are a very sorry team, there's no reason for him to get back in the game. So, they sat him out of.
What about Eckler with Kelly taking some goal line work?
So that's okay at the end of the day. Things happen. Eckler isn't about the goal line work. He's catching the ball, and he's running.
So your wide receivers combined for 12 points flat.
Yes.
Chris Godwin, a wide receiver 2 on, if you want to believe, a rejuvenated Bucks team. I'm not. And Christian Kirk. So what are your thoughts on the concern level with those guys?
I mean, see, the thing is, when I drafted Christian Kirk, I knew I had to get the next guy up. So that's Zay Jones. So, I have their slot receiver, then I have their other guy that goes, deeper on the field. So, I feel fine knowing that I have Zay Jones. He was on the field for more routes. So I know I'll see, with time, which one is better.
Okay, I'll do one last question because I don't want to hog it from my other media members. But I would just like to say I think your team is sorry. I mean, your wide receivers suck. Your bench wide receivers. I mean, we're talking about Zay Jones as wide receiver 1. I mean, let's get serious. I'm sorry for your team and your loss because it's only going to go downhill from here. But thank you for your time.
I won't dignify that with a response.
I'd like to point out
my rival tends to he gets a little animated. It's more of like his defense.
I believe there's another question on the floor.
Yes.
you'll get to talk about him more. I'd like to point out that Meet the Stevensons did in fact lose to your team. So him calling you sorry is a bit, I don't know.
So if I'm sorry, what does that mean? You
Is there a question? There?
All we know, I'm more sorry than everybody else, so that's fine. Nobody has to argue about that. But my question is, and Rishi kind of hit on this, but I wanted to take it a little deeper. Where did this rivalry, because I'm like a somewhat new member to the league, not new now, but I don't really know all the history and stuff. And I just want to know, where did this rivalry, where does it stem from? Where did this hatred start brewing in the past?
Yeah.
Was it a childhood thing or
yeah. So it was childhood, really. So me and TJ, we've known each other since the very beginning, But the thing is, this TJ, he's only a year older than me, but he always thought he was way too cool for anyone younger than him. So, he'd always hang out with the older kids. Anytime I ever came around, he said, "Go away. I don't want to talk to you." When I was in first grade, I rode the bus with him. He bullied me a little bit, got mad at me. I didn't return a book on time once. And, he got mad at me. Like, he bullied me for that. I didn't return his A to Z mysteries on time, dude. And, from that moment, I was like, I don't really like this kid that much. He thinks he's too cool. Like, and he's not. He's like 3'5", dude. So I mean, like, I don't know why the midget always got so much personality going for him, dude. It's short person syndrome. I get it. But yeah, that's just kind of the start of it. And then,
Like
eventually he
growth spurt, though.
realized he is not too cool for someone a year younger than him. So then, and then, he just loves to just chat, he doesn't believe that other people can just like succeed, because
It's not enough for him
I
to
say at the
succeed.
end of the
Other
day,
people have
he's a Carolina sports fan. He doesn't know happiness and he doesn't want other people to be happy, So, I, he takes
Second
it out
part's
on
true.
me.
First part's not true.
He's
Shocked at
very
the entire
jealous.
media member here. Wow.
He's very jealous. So, I'm talking about Carolina professional sports, not
Ah,
I expect a fine, by the way.
what? What'd you say?
Fine. You're the one that was disrespecting him first.
Deal with the slander that is. I mean, I can sue him for
You're the
libel.
hey,
one
he's answering the
you're the one
question,
that
bro.
called
Hey,
everyone in the league sorry.
you and Devish bullied me for not giving back your
Listen,
80.
I was
Bro,
spitting facts. He's just
TJ,
slandering my name out
you
here.
cursed like 10 times during the press conference, and you want him to get a fine. Bro, you're gonna
I
get
didn't
a
even know that
fine.
you were a year
Hey,
younger than me.
hey, TJ, if you can tell me where I said something wrong, you tell me.
A to Z Mysteries is
The part where you
crazy.
said, actually, I got nothing. Keep going. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's kind of where it all stems, So there's nothing I like more than just, the guy that talks the most. You just want to beat him, because some people just need to shut up. So yeah, that's my answer to your question, Team Draco.
Thank you.
Question over here. So looking forward to next week. You play Team Drake and Travis, who made it out with the win, albeit a very lackluster performance. How are you feeling going into this matchup? Obviously, they're a very talented team who seemed to underperform last week. What are you thinking?
I mean, so I'm a little worried about Thursday night. The Minnesota Vikings, just very sorry team in the NFC North. They have a very suspect defense. And I know Team Drake and Travis has Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. So that has the potential to do a lot of lethal damage. So, I'm hoping to just get out of Thursday night, and hopefully it's not too bad. Alexander Madison's able to get a few yards against a tougher on defense. But if I survive that Thursday night, I'll be feeling good on Sunday. And I'll be watching the Packers play live on Sunday. So, that'll be good.
Okay. So, uh, basically every wide receiver in your team, underperformed. The only one player was above single digits with 10.1 points. Who are you looking in the like? Are you looking for any moves to be made with your roster? Are you looking at any players on the waiver? Like, how are you feel? How are you going to solve this problem right now?
Yeah, I certainly have some targets. We'll see tomorrow morning whether they hit. Um, but I mean, I think in the long run, I'm going to be okay. Um, there's such a shortage of running backs, and no one really believes it, but I think Zach Moss is going to be that guy in Indianapolis. Yeah, you could gasp all you want, but they paid him money to be there, okay? And he's a pass catcher. They don't believe in Deion Jackson out there, and Evan Hull is hurt, so they have one option at running back basically. It's Zach Moss. So
Will
played
we
well,
expect to see you starting him?
huh?
Will you be starting him?
No, because I have enough running backs.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's
it'd be
more
cut
of
by
Evan,
week 3. It'd be cut
Zach.
by week 3.
What'd you say? At week 3? At week 3, he might be on a different team. Because there are
Zach
a
Moss?
lot of members of this league that need some running backs desperately. So yeah,
Let's see.
I'd also like to say Samaje Perine, he's doing great out there.
I
He
got a
looks
question.
good. He looks good.
I got a question. Why do you roster so many sorry ass players? I mean, Juju Smith-Schuster. What? Listen, Samaje Perine did better than expected. If you're putting that brother on your team at any point, you got real problems. You got real problems.
Hey, he
So
just
listen,
had
I love that you're gassing your bench up because they're mid. But as one of my biggest role models, Tizo Touchdown says, rid the mid. And if I was doing that, I'd get rid of your whole damn team. I mean, what the hell is this?
Hey, okay, let's relax. It's called having depth pieces. They're good to have for either someone gets hurt or you need to make a trade. I don't know, you should understand this because you are a trade merchant. But the reason why I roster these people is because I know someone else would want these people if they were available. So the point is, early in the season, I'm looking to make some trades. And we'll see what happens down the road.
Okay. Any more questions? All right. So thank you for your time, Ankit. It was a pleasure having you on here. Congrats on the win, of course.
I appreciate being able to be on here with me and my son. What do you want, TJ?
How do I not get a compliment from the commissioner for taking my time to be on here?
TJ,
I mean, is that right?
You called everyone
no
in the
one is
league
addressing
sorry.
you. No one is addressing you. Keep your mouth shut.
Sorry ass league.
You cursed 10 times, bro. You cursed 10
You had
times.
your time. Keep your mouth shut. Shut up and play fantasy football.
You also insulted the commissioner last night, bro. It hasn't even been 20
Yeah.
minutes.
I need you to shut up and play football.
There's not many people a big fan of you right now, TJ.
League-wide agenda against me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because you're
Pretend
nothing
that you
but a
dropped
bully.
85 points, bro.
You're a bully and a sore loser.
I forgot to ask you this, but how are you feeling being ranked 11th on the power rankings, TJ?
I mean, you want me to come? That's how I know I got a sorry ass commissioner. I mean, he just gives out shit. He just gives out numbers like it's candy. 11? 11?
Bro, look at the league standings.
Okay,
You
wait,
are
hold on,
number
hold on,
11, bro.
Real quick, where's Code Monkey on these? Where's Code Monkey on this power rankings? If he is top 3, I mean, what are we doing? I mean, what are we doing, man?
It's called scoring 126 points.
That's how I know power rankings just to instigate me.
It's called scoring 126 points, TJ. You didn't break 100.
All right. Sam, you ready?
That's what you should have said, TJ.
Facts. I should have. You're on mute, Sam.
Sam?
Oh yeah. What's up? Right,
Let me spotlight you.
Pin Sam.
TJ, you are sorry, dude.
Let's do it.
Good evening, Sam. What is your team name?
Disney Pixar Baddies.
Okay.
Again,
You're
to the
coming off.
question about last week. I would first like to start off and ask
Okay,
a
you
question.
can. Yeah,
Where does your name come from? It's a really unique name.
I mean, sometimes, you know what? I'm just gonna say no comment. This is going on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. You're coming off a heartbreaking loss week 1. You know, you're projected to win coming into Monday night. Your quarterback clearly underperformed, and you come out with a loss. Are you feeling any sort of optimism going into the rest of the season?
I think. Sorry. Okay. I think. Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry, dude. I'm actually working right now. I think that Josh Allen will be back. I think that was a bad game. I saw a stat that he's actually averaging two picks per game for the last 2 years, which is atrocious. I wish I knew that before I drafted him. But I think he's a solid player. I've seen him play. I think he's a good kid. I think he has to pick his head up and realize that he's one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and he's going to be back, and he's going to be fine. Joe Mixon is getting those receiving touches that I wanted. Okay. It's gonna prove to be very beneficial later on in the season. And I think that I'm going to be fine. I think I'm going to be fine. The defense shit the bed. And just some overall disappointments overall. But I think that was just a fluke game. It's not going to happen again. And I think we'll be fine. I think we move on. We move on. We got to start somewhere. And success takes time and progress. So, yeah.
There's a lot of speculation telling me that you mismanaged your team this week by starting the Miami defense. Did you like how did you think the Chargers offense was not going to be good, or did you just think the Miami defense was good, or like
I mean,
why was the Miami defense your decision?
okay, so I think that was just a stupid decision, honestly. I drafted Miami. I just saw some, I'm not gonna lie, I saw a power rankings of defenses. They were on there. This was like my last pick, I think. So I think I just picked a defense. I didn't really check. Um, so yeah, just a fluke. Bad decision by me. What can we say? It happens.
Okay. Your running backs, your RB1, RB2, they combined for 16, or they combined for 17 points, sorry. Dameon Pierce with 6.7 points. Will you be starting him moving forward?
Yeah, like I said, Joe Mixon's had like three receptions. I think that's like promising for me. That's why I drafted him. I think he's going to continue to get those touches. And just a bad week, man. It's like the first week back, back to school. But let the boys play. Give them some time. Also, I just want to make a note, Rivant. I love your background. I love the wind breeze. I love that you changed into a shirt for this. I just love the commitment here that's happening. So
So your defense and a kicker combined for 4 points.
wait, one of those is negative, dude. Can we please
So
make
your
it up?
defense and kicker combined for 4 points. If we
I
take out the
know one of
production,
those is negative.
if we take out the production of Tyreek Hill, your team combined for 59 points.
Okay.
Still more than me.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I was taking shit and I was going through the highlights. I was like, yo, I saw Carter's I was like, what the hell, dude? 58 points. But then Keisha put 77 and still won.
TJ,
Right?
how much did your running backs combine for, TJ?
Okay,
Wait.
we're not interviewing TJ here. Can
First
we?
of all,
Okay.
24.2. I don't want to hear that shit, bitch. And then second of all,
Okay, you're 100% getting a fine, bro. Like I'm sending you a
Yeah,
15
please
cent
find
fine.
him. Can you please can we have fines?
Hey, dock him a $5 a foul.
okay, but
Lose
realistically,
him,
obviously,
John.
obviously,
That's
like you
really
said,
bad.
it's week 1. You don't want to put too much stock into it. You believe in your guys. Is there anybody in your bench that you believe is somebody that can possibly give you a glimmer of hope looking forward to in the future? If you know your bench.
Oh shit, you're talking to me. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. So obviously, starters didn't produce, but that happens. Week 1, you
Yes.
still have faith in them. Let the
Yes.
boys play, as you said, for sure.
Yes.
Is there anybody in your bench that gives you hope as a shining light for the future in case, your starters suck?
Ask me tough questions, dude. No, dude, my bench is absolutely shit. As Rishi said, my bench, I have no depth. I'm gonna have to do some reworking and some rethinking and some analysis as to if we are in trouble, what's going to happen. But I've had some good times in the past where we've picked up some dudes that were on the street and I gave them a chance on my team and they performed so well. Okay. So I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the streets. We got to give these boys a chance to play. We're going to give them a chance on my team. If that happens, good. Let's make a career for them. You know what I'm saying? So I think, all is well. All is well. Life moves on. The season moves on and we're going to be fine.
All right, one more. What will it take for you to change your name back to projected to end number 9? Like, would it take? Oh, like how many games would you have to lose in a row?
I don't think I'm gonna say it like this. I'm not losing games. I'm not losing that many more games.
All right.
Oh, is this the year you finally make the playoffs?
Yeah, I think this is the year I make the playoffs. I think I'm gonna make that as a statement. Any headlines you pull from my meeting, okay, my conference, I'm making the playoffs this year. I'm here.
And remind
I'm
us
here
how
to
many
win.
years?
Write that down. Write that down. Someone write that down.
Someone write that down. It's here.
Fish.
I'm
What's
making
the
the
streak?
playoffs this year.
It's noted. It's noted. It's noted. Don't
6
worry.
years, 7 years, something like that.
It's
How,
noted.
how
Hey,
confident are
it
you
could
that
it
you
could
make the
it could end
playoffs?
very good or very bad. You know that quote is
No,
gonna
I'm
be
making
there.
it. I'm making it. I'm telling you.
Would you be
That
willing
quote
to
is gonna
just
be
be the
there.
last
Give me a
place
second.
Hold
person?
on. The
You'll
media
make it.
session's about to close, and I know we got a couple more questions and a couple other people we want to talk
Okay,
to.
yeah. Can we? Yeah. Let's. All right. Any more questions? I'm not sure about it.
Best of luck, Sam. Hope to see you.
One question. Sorry.
Yeah.
Rumor on the street is that there have been some trade offers for your players. Have you looked into any of them?
is rumors you, Revon?
Is rumors. I can't.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give it a look. I'll give it a look. I'll let you know. I have not looked at them, but I will look at them soon. I have been. I will say by the way, in my auto draft league, did pretty good. Pretty good.
You want
In
to
your
pat on
auto
the back,
draft
dude?
league?
You didn't
In
draft.
my auto draft league, yeah. Pretty good.
Can we
Which
skip
league is
his?
it? Is
We
it
have
like
4
your?
minutes 53 seconds. If we could skip his time.
All right. No. Let me see who's playing next week. So you're playing Team Draco next week. They finished with 55 points. Do you have any feelings towards that matchup right now?
No, Carter's a good man. I'm not going to say anything negative about him. I'm going to say, hopefully, we're looking for a win. That's all I'm going to say. We're approaching this league with amicable arms, open arms,
Yeah.
and amicable feelings. Okay, so post grad, it's all love. You know,
Yeah.
You don't even need to say
You're-
we're
anything
looking for
bad.
a win,
It
but
looks.
We have
with
4 minutes.
And
Appreciate that.
it looks like you're projected for the highest score in week 2 at 126.
I mean, what can I say?
You are the
Yeah,
10
that was
point.
the
You're a
last
10-point
year.
favorite right now. No, actually,
We-
no. You're actually second. Great Wall of China is 128. Sorry. And I play them.
We will see what
Uh,
happens.
You'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. We are optimistic but realistic. That's my outlook.
Okay.
That's another headline right there.
Oh
I mean,
my.
I'm just throwing these out. I am just throwing these out.
Rishi next. We have 3.5.
All right. Any more questions?
I think we should
I
make
think
a
we're
new
good, right?
meeting.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. We can continue on another meeting. But I mean, these are the 3 people like I want to interview. I mean, if Sparsh isn't coming, Sparsh isn't coming.
We don't need
But yeah,
a.
but thank you for your time. Thank you for your
Commissioner,
time, Sam. You know, I
Thank
know
you,
you're a
Commissioner,
busy
for
man.
thinking of me.
Yeah, I know you're a busy man, so
Let me
No
put
problem.
the spotlight on Commissioner.
I make time for my friends.
hmm
All right, Rishi.
Oh,
Coach,
hey.
just looking beautiful, bro.
Thank you.
Can I get some
I
more
gotta
fab?
shave though. Fab. I need some more fab too. Shit, I'm not giving me some.